I was really interested in Terps Racing because I'm really interested in cars and the car industry. I don't know why, but I really like cars and learning a little bit about how they work and learning about just the way business is conducted there. And I really do like it. I like the passion that people have for a project like this, because people are crazy about this. I like being able to support the team any way I can. I'm probably here 4 or 5 times a week in the lab for a few hours. Typical day is probably spending an hour or 2 a day either in here or at home doing work for the club. And work for me means sending out emails either to sponsors or through the MEC department, or maybe even just picking up stuff that arrives.
On Terps Racing, I'm the composites lead. So all of the carbon fiber work that goes on the car, that goes on the body panels, anything that tries to keep the driver safe from extraneous like rocks or whatever, that's from me and my team. So right now we're primarily working on carbon fiber, but we're trying to see what other things we can use, like composite materials, like different plastics that would strengthen the car and like try to just make things a lot easier and lighter. Almost all the free time that I have that I'm not studying or sleeping is dedicated to Terps Racing. I do a few other things, like I go to sports games and like I'm in a fraternity, but besides that, it's like a full-time job on top of school. We all have different backgrounds, we all just have different interests when it comes to cars and the automotive industry, but we can all just come together and be like, this is ours, we made this, and it's the coolest thing we've ever done.
It's the best job to have. The answer is it's not a job, the answer is team driver.
Honestly, I think any job is the greatest because last year we all just became the closest group of friends that I think I've ever had. And so it doesn't really matter what you're doing in the shop or around them, as long as you're there and with them, it's awesome. It's like just going to competition and anything. Like, we don't get any sleep competition week. We were here the night before. I slept like an hour. Other people slept like 2-ish, and we were all just working on the car right before competition. And then we just didn't sleep during competition, and that, like, I don't know if that made us all closer or if it was whatever, but either way, like, you can sleep like 1 hour and still have the best group of friends on the planet, and it's awesome.
My first year here, we had zero returning members on the team. So it was a really big year to get up to speed, get everything done in time. So competition was a few days after finals ended, and I was in Kansas. So I remember after my last exam, going to the shop, pulling an all-nighter, getting the car in the trailer, and then we had a 22-hour drive straight to Kansas in front of us. So all your racing buddies, all in the cars, really doing, halfway cross-country trip, a little more actually, with our advisors too. They were fun guys. And then we get to Kansas, and none of us have seen competition before, and competition's crazy. You got 110 cars there, smell of gasoline in the air. You're running around from event to event trying to get everything done in time. Competition's a really friendly place. If you ever need a tool or part, you walk around, everybody's got their trailers there and their tool benches, and you're walking around like, hey, you got this amount of fuel holes for me, I'm looking for this fastener, hey, can you weld this for me? So generally really friendly place. All the teams know that, we're there to have fun, race. We performed pretty well, not the best of course, but it was extremely fun, extremely rewarding. Absolutely crazy experience, yeah. The Baja vehicle, we're given a standard 10 horsepower Briggs & Stratton, and we're not allowed to modify that, anything internal to it. We can gear it all we want, which means people focus a lot on their gearing system, because we have really limited power, so low weight's really big in Baja competitions, and also really focusing on your transmission is really big in Baja competitions.
Gotcha. Big
ass lawnmower.
All right.
Yeah, that's what these engines are from, really big riding lawnmowers. But we squeeze a lot out of it. This car can top out at 35 miles an hour.
Wow.
There's one in Rochester, there's one in Tennessee, and there's one in California. So we're on the wait list for all of them, so we'll see where we end up.